This is the world's most dangerous and powerful point. To control this small 30-mile area means to rule the whole world, and to block it means to destroy the whole world. This point is called the Strait of Hormuz. Strait are such thin oceans that connect two large oceans. What are the characteristics of this small area of 30 miles that makes it so powerful and important? 70% of our land is covered by oceans, and through these oceans, 80% trade of the world happens. Almost 50,000 ships are crossing these seas at any time. But unfortunately, it is not an easy task to pass through these seas because of the natural geographic that is built in the seas called strait or choke points, which if blocked for any reason, will leave unrecoverable loss to the world economy. This happened in March 2019, when the cargo ship went into the Suez Canal for 6 days and the whole world had to suffer a loss of $10 billion. There are many choke points in the world, such as Panama Canal, which control the trade between Pacific and Atlantic Ocean. Cape of Good Hope that control the trade of all Africa continental. Strait of Gibraltar that controls the trade between Mediterranean and Atlantic Ocean. Danish Strait control the trade between Baltic and North Sea. Turkish Strait controls the trade between Mediterranean and Black Sea, and in the last Strait of Malacca that control trade between Pacific and Indian Ocean. But none of these points are so dangerous and as the Strait of Hormuz. And the reason is that it is the only way to control Persian Gulf and Gulf of Oman, and from here all the marine vessels around the world can sail. Persian Gulf is very important place because 8 countries share its coastlines with it. These countries are Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Qatar, UAE and Oman. 4 of them have the only way to connect with the rest of the world via this strait. If you know a little about Middle East, you must know that Middle East is known for its oil. This oil is still the largest energy source in our world. 33% of the world's global consumption is from oil, whether it is through transportation such as a car, train, shipyard or electricity generating power plants. Sectors use oil to run. Now the problem is that oil is found in very few places in the world. All the 8 countries in this circle have a total of 50% of the world's oil, which means half of the world's oil. And the monarchy does not end here, but 40% of the world's natural gas is still in the same circle. Natural gas is the 3rd largest energy source in the world after oil and coal. According to British Petroleum, Iran has the most reserves of gas in the world. Then we can say that there are more reserves of oil and gas in the whole Persian Gulf than our whole planet. Therefore 15% energy supply of the whole world comes from the countries in the same group. And at the present time there is no other alternate of this supply line in the whole world. But it is not so easy to pass through this 30 miles area. There are 8 islands in this area and every ship need to avoid these islands. 7 of these islands are under the control of Iran. And UAE wanted to control these 3 islands. But in 1970, the Iranian military captured them as well. Thus this whole area is almost controlled by Iran. Other than the red highlight area you see here, the sea is so deep that it is almost impossible for oil tankers to pass through here. After all these difficulties, the oil from Persian Ocean carries to East Asia, 76% of which goes to only 5 countries. China comes first. China is the 2nd largest economy in the world and is the largest petroleum importing country in the world. About 45% of China's total petroleum exports comes through this very Strait of Hormuz. Japan is the world's 3rd largest economy. Japan has to import his 100% energy. And 80% of its imported energy comes through this Strait of Hormuz. Now comes India, world's 6th largest economy. India imports its 70% oil and 50% gas from these Gulf countries. It also comes through same route. South Korea, which is the 10th largest economy in the world, imports 70% of its oil from these Gulf countries through oil tankers. These tankers also come through the same 30-mile Strait of Hormuz. If this small space of 30 miles blocked for any reason for a long time, the second, third, sixth, and 10th economy of the world will be collapsed. And in the same way, the source of revenue of all these 8 countries in the Persian Gulf will also end, and the result will be a huge loss in the whole world. That's why this place is the most dangerous in the world, and that's why all the superpower countries of the world keep a close eye on it. The United States has also built dozens of military bases in Oman, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and Bahrain, to keep an eye on Iran and ensure smooth oil supply. On the other hand, Iran has already threatened to block this strait many times in case of war. And if this happens, not only global economy will be destroyed, but it is possible that the World War III will also start. I must tell you that we have to make videos on many interesting topics, so your support is very important. Take care of you. See you in the next video.